Estimated machine attacker Lauri Love has won his top trial circulation versus his issuance to the U.S. Mr. Love, 33, of Stradishall, Suffolk, was at first detained in October 2013 on suspect of hack in FBI, U.S. Center Banking and NASA system. They forced the Corona Proceedings Facility, Hertz, to pursue Mr. Love, who has Asperger's symptom, in England. Lord Head Judiciary Lord Burnett and Mr. Judiciary Ousley told Mr. Love, who as well has depressive, did not search impunity for the acts estimated versus him, but contended how he should be tested or, if condemned in the joint realm. They told, we take how the testimony shows how the reality of issuance would give on harsh depressive, and how Mr. Love would perhaps be established to perpetrate suicidal, there or in America. Mr. Love is estimated to include kidnapped enormous amounts of information of U.S. agencies, consisting the Fed backup, the U.S. troop, the Defense Division, NASA and the FBI in a flow of on the Internet attacks in 2012 and 2013. Yet, his supporters had alerted if he was issued down there was a top hazard he would murder oneself. The judges forced the Corona Proceedings Facility to job in U.S. authorities since of same seriousness of the concoction in the instance, and the damage made to the victims. They added how, if tested, these are severe offenses really. The joint state authorities now include 14 days to gatehouse a query for in circulation listening at the UK High Trial. 16 September 2016, a magistrate at Westminster Magistrates' Trial rules Mr. Love should be issued to the U.S. Talk external the trial, Mr. Love told he hoped he had set a precedence so the will not occur to human beings in the next. I'm hoping how the result can promote to the debate we are possessing as a community on how to contain human beings, how include neurodiversity, whose brains are done up in a lightly various path, he told. Down there is an continuing issue in human beings in autistic in the judiciary framework, they include in fact been discussion it in Westminster room. I expect in the next to be capable to promote to a lightly superior insight of the stigmatization related in depressive. His dad Alexander Love told, "The is a win for judiciary. Which makes large Britain large is how we dwell in a location in wise and sympathy." Authorities in the U.S. include been fight for Mr. Love two-person test on extortion of cyber hacking, that lawyers include told could include intended a verdict of up to 99 years in jail if he was found those guilty. The judgment to unit issuance was met in cheers in the packed London court. A representative for Mr. Love's solicitors, Kame Todner, told it was essential the UK judiciary framework has undertaken the position how we should transactions in the question ourselves, quite rather than take the US by the government's demands. It has as well been recognized how psychological public health provision in US imprisonment are not appropriate to meet us how Lauri would not include go to severe damage if he were issued, the declaration added. Emma Norton, Chief of Legislative Housing for Campaigning Team Freedom, told she was impressed the trial had recognized Lauri's exploit, shut household protection to the UK and the potential disastrous ensuing consequences of extraditing him. She added, "There was ever a instance how could include been pursued there and he's disgraceful how Lauri and his household include been put via the horrible hardship." Mr. Love's regional MP Matt Signature told, "It has been a lengthy and difficult trial for him and his fond household and I'm impressed the sentence has been achieved." A CPS representative told, "We include acquired the top trial's judgment on Lauri Love that we will now believe up manufacturing any future decisions."